Hey, welcome back to this week's report. Once again, we've had a great week on the water. Boy, I just can't complain about this walleye bite. Finally getting out here, we're driving trucks, less worried about ice conditions and more worried about fishing. You know, having said that, you really can't just baja anywhere with your vehicle. You got to play it safe, but if you stay on the planned routes, you can get out all over the lake right now. Gravel, mud flats, anywhere along the shoreline breaks for the most part. We're going to talk a little bit about ice trolling once again this week, but how we go about ice trolling, you know, not only marking out the breaks. Ice trolling to me always starts with proper drilling. If you start to get off a little bit, you end up drilling more holes than you need to do, so I'll show you how we start this out. I like to mark out my contours with either my vehicle, ATV, or snowmobile. That'll keep you on the right track as for drilling. You know, map chips will get you just about on the spot. They're not exact, but I'll drive down the middle of the break here. That way I know where the top is, where the edge, and then also where the deep water is located. I spend enough time drilling as it is trying to get on the right areas. I don't want to waste time getting off the break or too far up on top. I want to be exactly on the edge. You know, a lot of fish this week have been located on the edge of the flats, on the edge of the gravel, especially during the day. So marking out these edges has been key to our success. You know, it's important to really swing wide when you're drilling, covering multiple depths. You don't want to assume the fish are going to be in any given location any day. We'll get our clients set up on points, inside turns, and then we just start drilling down the break, doing a little ice trolling. There we go, fish on. You know, a lot of times they'll do that. They'll come up 3-4 times. You know, never give up on them. Not a bad fish, a little slot fish. You know, especially middle of the day, never give up on those fish. Keep working them. If they go back down, drop down slightly above them, and then just keep working that bait up. I never give up on them, and if you jig it fast, they like it. Continue to jig fast. If you slow it down and you just go back to that light bounce and they really react to that, keep that light bounce going. You know, it's really important to get set up in the mornings on these key points, inside turns, but we found a lot of fish along the break, so we've got clients set up in these key spots, but we've also got guys out ice trolling. There we go. Boy, that fish powered up there. That is a nice walleye. The aggressiveness of that fish just proves you got to treat each fish differently when you're jigging. You know, if they like it when you're really slamming it, just keep jigging it hard. If they like it when you're lightly jigging and that's how they react to that bait and they're coming up to it, keep that light momentum going. It's a decent fish, not a monster. Boy, the way he hit that, I thought it was going to be just a giant, but just a nice slot. You know, right about that 18 mark. Not a bad fish. You know, one of the keys to my success, look at that. He just inhaled that bait. What I really like to do when I'm jigging, or the key to my success, is I run a small mono leader with a small swivel on there, just up from the spoon. And whether you're fishing a spoon or a jigging wrap or a puppet minnow, anything that's real aggressive that you're going to have line twists, it's really important to have that swivel on there. Also, I know a lot of guys like to fish braids and high-vis line. In this super clear water this year, you've got to run a fluorocarbon leader. So even if I am using some sort of braid or high-vis line, it's really important to have that fluorocarbon leader on there. Ooh, beauty. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Big money.
Right about that.
Nice fish.
That's a good one.
Nice fish. Nice fish, Ryan.
Thank you.
You know, it really pays off. Productive hole drilling, you know, marking out your spots, coming along, drilling holes. Like I said, once again this week, it's been an absolute treat to be on the lake. Warm weather. We're getting jumbo perch, slots, big walleyes like this. And really, we found fish all week long, you know, obviously on points and inside turns, but we've been able to work breaks just like we do in the summer, and that's why we call it ice trolling. It's just like the summer when you're working in your boat, drifting back and forth or back trolling. You're finding fish all along the break lines, keying in on certain points, but then working from there. We've literally drilled out this entire spot that we're on today, and it's producing lots of big fish. From all of us at Roach's Guide Service, until next week, we'll see you on the ice.